Hello, Machine Shop Math. Machining 1343 for the spring, 8-week 1, 2024. You have been emailed the syllabus and the video links for this course. My name is Michael L. Young. I am the director of the 6 career and technical education programs at Lone Star College Cy-Fair Cypress Center. I've been teaching this course since 2012, and it is 100% online. This is my name. This is my email address. This is how you will contact me. This is an online course. There is no posted office hours. The best way to contact me is through email from your Lone Star email account. That would be your mylonestar.edu. Do not use D2L and do not use your personal email. I will not be responsible for emails coming from billybob@gmail.com or Mary Sue at Yahoo or any of that other stuff. It had better come from your lonestar.edu. All right, Machine Shop Mathematics, the term in the year. Like I said, it's spring 2024, 8-week 1. It is 100% online. 100%. That means you must have a degree of digital capital, a computer, and access to the internet. There's no classroom location. It is online. If we need, for some reason, to meet face-to-face, you will email me and we will discuss your needs and see what we can do. All right. There is no separate lab. Even if this was a face-to-face course, the lecture and the lab are all one and the same. Department approval, prerequisites. You must have department approval. There are no other prerequisites. This is an applied math course. You do not have to test at TSI level math. Co-requisites are none. The required book is none. I got rid of the textbook a long time ago. If for some reason you need a textbook or you think you need a textbook, see if you can find a used version of Mathematics for Machining Technology, Smith & Peterson, 7th edition or 6th edition, or you can rent the thing. This was the last active Amazon account. You can go on Amazon and you can rent the book if you think you need a textbook. Since I got rid of the textbook, no one's needed a textbook. If you do exactly what I say in my videos, follow my video lectures, the average grade in this class is a mid B to an A. Now, there are some reference texts that you'll eventually need to get as a machinist or an engineer, and that is Machinery or Machine Shop or Machinist Handbook. These are not required for this course. I have many versions of the Machinist Handbook. I've got one that was written on papyrus. I think the engineer that did Noah's Ark used that one. I've even got one now at my old age of 68 with trifocals, the Big Chief tablet version. So you can find these used at a used bookstore, or you can get a new one. But you will eventually need a machinist handbook at some point in your career. Now, required, you will need a calculator of some sort. This Casio FX620 10-digit solar scientific calculator used to be about $10. It's probably still around that. I don't know what inflation's done. There's another one, the TI-30XA. It has all the buttons you need. And actually, the modern version of Windows, if you turn on the scientific version of that calculator, which is what I used in the video since it was easy, will also suffice as long as you're careful with your input. You put in garbage, you get garbage out. If you do not have a calculator that you can operate by week 3, you're subject to being dropped from the class. Now, since this is an online course, I have no idea whether you're using a calculator or not. Stephen Covey, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This book is in your D2L in a PDF form. And again, these were optional, not required. Textbooks down here. Okay, let's move on. Required technology. Students will be expected to utilize computer technology while enrolled in the classes at Lone Star College and or your degree programs. This is college-wide. The specific requirements are listed below. If you have a problem with this course, contact this fellow here, Michael L. Young, Director of Advanced Technology. That would be me. Now, since 2012, I've been the only one teaching this course. I have not had a problem with a student that we could not resolve as adults. So, before you think you need to drop this course, you need to have a conversation with me. You may not be doing as bad as you think. All right, let's get to the catalog description. This is mandatory that we go through this. This course is designed to prepare the students with technical applied mathematics that will be necessary in future machine shop related courses. Prerequisite is department approval. Note there is no separate lab. There is no separate lab. There is no separate lab. Your student learning outcomes. The student learning outcomes, aka SLO. Define the use of formulas and identify conversion methods of numbering systems. Convert fractions to decimals and back. Use algebra. Yes, algebra, the scary man under the bed. Oh no, Auntie M, the region is mean. Algebra is nothing more than an equal sign in an equation. It comes from the Arabic word aljibar. The rednecks in Europe didn't even have an equal sign until 1100 AD when they marched on their first crusade to save the Holy Land. The Arabs had been using the equal sign for centuries. The Arabic word aljibar literally means to fix the two halves. This equals that. And what's in between there is an equal sign. Very powerful, powerful tool. Geometry, geometry, to measure the earth. And trigonometry, the measurement of angles and formulas to solve measurement problems. Identify conversion methods of numbering systems, and again, convert fractions to decimals and back. And use formulas to solve problems. Now, the laws of nature are but the mathematical thoughts of God. That was a statement by Euclid, who wrote the 13 elements of geometry in about 300 and something BC as he taught mathematics at the University of Alexandria in Egypt. The laws of nature are but the mathematical thoughts of God. Math is just a language, no different than Spanish, French, Latin, and whether you believe in God or not, that's between you and God. All right. Instructor guidelines and procedures. Students are responsible for knowing and following the guidelines related to all the online links below. This course is an 8-week, 100% online course. Actually, it's less than 8 weeks. It is crucial that you, the student, read what is posted in this syllabus, D2L, and in your email, and follow the directions of the instructor, as there is no time for falling behind or catching up. If you cannot do this, drop the course. Email me with your desire to drop. We will have a conversation, and if you still need to drop, I will drop you. You, again, may not be doing as bad as you think. In semesters past, I have substituted your final grade, if it was greater than your lowest grade, with what you made on the final. Again, you may not be doing as bad as you think. So before you decide to quit, let us have an adult conversation. There is no lab and equipment. This is an online course. Attendance. This is an online course. Again, it's online. There is no way to monitor nor police your activity in the course. I can tell how many times you log into the course via D2L. However, you are on your own as you keeping on track. Your Covey papers and exam submittals will tell. Communication. You are to use your Lone Star email only to communicate with me and to turn in any submittals required. Do not use the email in D2L or your personal email. Electronic devices. This is kind of silly. It's an online course, isn't it? All right, it's not applicable. It's an online course. Required assignments, exams, and videos are delineated in the syllabus and on the video list that you have already been sent. And watch those videos in order. They're all on YouTube. They're sub-captioned, and you should not have a problem. If you do, email me. And if I need to make an additional video to explain something, I will. Additional assignments might be given accordingly at the discretion of the instructor. I will be posting videos and instructional guidelines for problem solving. D2L will notify you, and so will I. It is your responsibility to check your email and D2L twice daily at a minimum. You are to check your email and D2L at least 2 times a day and respond to any email request I send within 24 hours. Failure to submit any 2 assignments, including but not limited to exams, will result in you being dropped from the course. If you know before the due date and or have an emergency, you need to contact me before the due date and we will try to work something out. Yes, every semester life gives one of the students a nasty sandwich to eat at the last minute. Those students who contact me before the assignment is due, we work something out. We have always been able to work something out. You approach me as an adult as you would an employer, and I will treat you with the due respect that you as a fellow human deserve. I have never had a problem we could not work something out with a student. All right. The 7 Covey reflective papers. No, this is not an English course. No, these are reflective papers. They're not an English paper. I am not going to grade them as an English paper. I am going to grade them as a reflective paper. Covey is used by industry to teach their employees how to talk to one another. And yes, you will do 7 reflective papers through Covey. If you don't like it, drop the bloody course. I've had lots of students complain up front, and by the time they got through, they thanked me for making them read Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. The book is on D2L. You do not have to read the whole bloody book. Watch the video on Covey, and you will see that if you start at about, I think, page 32 or wherever Habit 1 begins, you read Habit 1 and do a reflective paper. 2 full pages. You bogart them pages, you don't get credit. Type single-spaced word process reflective paper. 12-point font max. 1 paper per habit is due in PDF to me no later than the Thursday by 23:59 hours. That's 11:59 p.m. for you civilians of the due week as per the tentative instruction outline. Your paper will be titled last name _ first initial _ habit X. The X is the number of the habit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. This reflective paper is your personal reflection of how each habit strikes you, how it affects you. Everyone's paper will be different. There will be a video on this assignment. You may do these habits early. I've had some that just knocked them out in the first 4 weeks. Each habit paper is completed as per the instructions, and they're worth 58 points each. I do not grade them as an English paper. As long as I can understand that you've read the habit and are applying it or reflecting upon it. Failure to submit a paper, and you will receive a negative 58 points. Not a 0, but a negative 58 points. I will not accept late work. Assigned work is due email to me at my Lone Star email address, michael.l.young@lonestar.edu. By 23:59 hours on the Thursday of the week it was posted, due per the syllabus, except for the last covey paper in the final, which is due on a Wednesday, not a Thursday, because of the way Lone Star does the first 8 weeks. As late work, exams is late work. I will not accept late work. Assigned work is due to me, emailed to me at my Lone Star email address, michael.l.young@lonestar.edu. By 23:59 hours on the Thursday of the week, it was posted due per the syllabus. Example, exam 1 is posted due 1/25/24. It is due back to me with your work. Your exam submittal will be in one document file, PDF, with your name and exam number as the title to the file. Example, last name _ first initial _ exam 1 PDF. The exams are fillable PDFs. You will submit the exam on the PDF exam form as a PDF and send that along with a PDF of your work, so titled last name _ first initial _ exam 1 _ work. If I cannot read your work, this is handwritten work, or submittal, you will receive no credit. I will not accept multiple image files from you as a submittal. I will not put them together. There's a video on how to do this. No submitted calculation work with your exam and you will receive no credit. I do not care how simple the question is. No computational work and you will receive no credit even if your posted answer is correct. The instructions for this will be in D2L via the posted videos and the YouTube links I send you. Your submitted calculations will be handwritten calculations. I will not accept typed calculations. You must prove your answer is the result of your calculations. If you follow my video examples of the reviews for these problems, you'll see exactly what I expect to see from you as handwritten work. Makeup exams. This is an online class. All the exams are posted in D2L from the start of the class, along with all the videos and reference materials. They will be found in folders titled by the week of coverage. There is nothing keeping you from working ahead. There's nothing keeping you. There is nothing keeping you from working ahead and doing multiple exams if you are ready. Exam 4 is nothing but a long homework assignment. It's easy. Should be an easy A if you follow the video and the instructions. Exam 3 has got a lot of moving parts and does give some people problems. Exam 1 should be an easy A. Exam 2, if you follow the videos. And you can work ahead. If you think you can make a 90 or better on the final exam, do the final exam and submit it as long as you are on track. Now, what does that mean, on track? That means you're on schedule with all the other assignments. You miss any assignment, any single deadline, and this early acceptance of the final is negated for you. In other words, if you miss a paper and or an exam submittal and then turn in the final ahead of the other exams, I won't accept it. However, if you are on schedule with the papers and exams, jump ahead, do the final, make a 90 or better, and I'll give you an A for the testing part of the course. However, all your covey papers are still due, even if you finish the final early. Now, there is no makeup for any exam. All the information you need is in the optional book, online, and through all the videos posted. Now, why is that final exam treated like this? Because I'll tell you, the final exam for this course is the Lone Star College System machining curriculum team, campus to campus, across the entire system, as the test out exam for this course. Every now and again, I have an engineer that thinks they can make a 90 or better on that exam, and very few have. But the final covers the entire course. Follow along, follow my videos, do exactly what I say, and you will not have a problem. If you do, you contact me immediately, and we will discuss it, and we'll get you out of the ditch and back on the highway. The only people who have failed this course are the ones that quit working after the drop date. The only ones since 2012 that have failed this course are the ones that have just quit after the drop date. You stay up to track, you stay up to speed, you bust your butt. I've had some students the last semester in the fall. They weren't doing so well until the final. Then they made an A on that final. They got it all together. So their lowest grade, I think one of them was a 13, and they made an A on the final. So I replaced that 13 with the final. And I think that student actually made a 90 for the course. But they did all their cubby papers. They stayed on track, and you too can also do that. We're here to help you. Does us no good to see you fail. I don't want you to fail. I want you to be successful. Instructional videos are all on YouTube with the links in the video file on D2L and the video file I will send you or have already sent you, depending on the time frame. The YouTube videos are all captioned. If you need that option, by clicking the caption icon on the video. And again, if you have a question about the videos, email me long before the stuff's due. Because your question, you may not be the only one that has that question. And normally what happens when I get a question, I answer the entire class. I post the question without who asked it and explain it. Syllabus disclaimer. It's the instructor's right to modify the class schedule, the grading scale, and any other aspect of this course when necessary, and cover course topics as he or she feels is necessary to meet the learning outcomes. Therefore, this syllabus is subject to change. It's your responsibility to adapt to the change. Now, why is that in there? Well, every now and again, we have a group of students who just aren't getting it for whatever reason. So it allows me to back up and modify stuff, put up another video if I need to, rearrange some things to help y'all through this to be successful. Again, we want you to be successful. Now, in the next 8 weeks, you will be exposed to and hopefully learn relationship, mathematical, and a formula for positive human relationships. Linear equations in algebra, yeah, that's a scary thing. Geometry, 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional geometry, and trigonometry. You follow Uncle Mikey's trig for poets, and geometry for poets, and algebra for poets, and do exactly as I say, you should not have a problem. And then the Cartesian coordinate system, where we all live by, X, Y, and Z. Every machinist, every long-range shooter, yes, I compete in 1,000-yard prone rifle competition in bench rest, is the XYZ coordinate system, named after René Descartes, father of modern philosophy and mathematics. There's a video on him in your video list. And hopefully you'll learn something about yourself. And what does it take to be successful? Your employer is going to tell you to be a performing and moral ethical machinist or employee. Your employer will tell you to possess both the hard skills and the soft skills. The soft skills are how to deal with other human beings, aka Cubby's 7 Habits. You will be hired on your aptitude, your performance skills, and you're going to get fired because of your attitude, your lack of integrity, ethics, and morals. Your instructor, director, and employer for this course, which is me, we tell you to develop and embrace the following distinctions. Motivation, the ability to work with others, the ability to focus on tasks. Now, the others on an online course is me. The ability to focus on tasks, self-regulation, self-esteem, and the ability to divert gratification. This is also referred to as emotional capital. We all understand that these values demand that we hold these conversations with acceptance, respect, humility, love, and in a professional manner. Your instructor and director will tell you most of all you need is desire. That's right, you need desire. You need to forget the past and be willing to create your new future of limitless possibilities. And all of it takes is desire. We're in Texas, Tejas. So ganas, the fire in the belly is all we need to start with. The rest will come, and I'm here to guide you. I'm here to help you rewrite your future on what you want to be, not what you were yesterday. And that takes communication between the two of us. You got a problem, I want to know about it before you know you got a problem. Now, I know that's kind of silly, but seriously, my goal is to see that you succeed. With all the aforementioned now as a part of our model, let's begin this incredible conversation of math and your future of limitless possibilities. And remember the words of Euclid, the laws of nature are but the mathematical thoughts of God. Now, typical grading for this course, 7 Covey papers. If you do all them papers, that was bad English. If you do all those papers, you'll get 406 points. 4 major exams are worth 100 points apiece. The final exam's 800. And if you do the course evaluation, which very few people do for some reason, you get 10 extra points. How do you do the course evaluation? Your My Lone Star will give you a notice saying, hey, you can do an evaluation for this course. And I don't care if you say I'm the worthless human being you ever came in contact with. We read all these evaluations later on. And in fact, I just got an email the other day during the Christmas break that the evaluations are available. And I go read them all. Not just my course, but the other ones that I have to say grace over. And based on some of the comments, we've sat down and had conversations with the instructional cadre, and we've adjusted some things. Final examinations, final evaluation activity will occur. This is Lone Star boilerplate. You can read this on your own. Y'all know what an A is, 90 to 100%. A B is 80 to 89%. And the majority, the vast, bloody majority of this course is A's and B's. We just talked about evaluation of instruction. You can read this on your own. But we do take this seriously, or I wouldn't give you 10 extra points. No one makes me give you the 10 extra points. All you can do is show me a screenshot. It says Billy Bob did evaluation for machining 1343 on for spring 2024. I don't get to read it until after the course is gone and it's over and you got your grade, so don't be afraid of retribution. Spent 15 years as an international engineer, 21 years as a cop. I'm a former Marine. You think you can hurt my feelings? Some of the comments we've gotten in the past, like I said, we've used to tweak this course. They were valid comments. That's what we call Kaizen, the Japanese philosophy of continuous improvement. All right, let's see here. Tentative instruction outline. This is important. This is when you go into D2L, this will be the first message you see. Class begins on 1/16. I think theoretically at midnight on the 15th, the D2L opens up. Now, one of you still has not finished the orientation. You need to get on D2L and do that. Official day of record, this means nothing to you, but it means something for me. Midpoint, it means nothing to you. It does mean something to me. February the 20th is the last day to drop this class. There should be no reason for you to drop this class unless you and I have had a conversation. I have a statistical analysis running on everything and what everybody in this class is doing. You may not be doing as bad as you think you are. But truly, if you do, after we've talked, I'll drop for you. I'll fill out the paperwork so you don't have to come up to the campus to do it. Martin Luther King Day is on the 15th. That's a Monday. That's before classes officially start. This is what's important. This is what's due. Habit 1, Exam 1, Habit 2, Exam 2 and Habit 3, Habit 4, and Exam 3 and Habit 5, and Exam 4 and Habit 6 is due on this date. Now, remember, the final exam in Habit 7 is due on a Wednesday, not a Thursday, because of the shortness of the 8-week one. Get on this early. Exam 4 is easy. It's nothing but just a repetitive homework assignment. Exam 3 has got a lot of moving parts. It does give people some headache. Exam 2 and 1 should be fairly self-evidently easy. All right, here's the course calendar. This is by week, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And the short week 8. Let's see. Yeah, remember the finals due on a Wednesday. You can work ahead. This is spring semester 2024, some important dates. Let's see, spring break, everybody's wanting that. Some of y'all maybe, I'm ready for spring break and hadn't even started the spring semester yet. All right, here's the boilerplate. I am not going to go through and read all of this. I am not going to do that. Where are we at? We're at 31 minutes. That's long enough to be yapped at over a syllabus. Course communication. It is through your Lone Star email account, your personal one, not D2L. Here's a student handbook, how you're supposed to behave, how I'm supposed to behave. College grade book, course withdrawal process, state of Texas under a 6-drop rule. Like I say, before you start dropping courses, I would, especially this course, let's have a conversation. Like I said, I've had students that wanted to drop this course and ended up making an A in it. You're probably not doing as bad as you think you are. Again, we want to see you succeed. If you need to do an academic appeal and you don't understand all this boilerplate, get with me and I'll walk you through it. Just send me an email. There should be no academic appeals for this class. Academic integrity, this has to do with the AI and cheating and this and that. I can tell if you went out to, ChatGPT, and ask it to do a Covey paper. I get some silly papers from ChatGPT. I did a bunch of experiments with it. I'm on the AI committee for Lone Star. Everybody's running around with their hair on fire. Artificial intelligence is a really good way of doing blue sky thinking. I know some architectural firms that use it to come up with some really off-the-wall ideas. Now, they don't actually build a building like that or design it, but it helps them spur an idea that they wouldn't have thought about. So instead of running from it and scared, like, oh, NEM, it's scary, just embrace the technology. But I can tell if you're using AI to do your Covey papers. And if you do, you and I are going to have we're going to have a conversation. All right, student behavior and expectations. This is an online course, and we don't even have an online discussion forum, so this really doesn't apply to this course. It does for your other classes. Just treat people the way you want to be treated. Student complaints. If you have a complaint, whether it's about this course or another course you're taking at the Cypress Center that's under the Career and Technical Education, I'm the director of all that. I want to know about it. You email me with the course and what your issue is, and we'll see if we can't come with a resolution. Campus safety and security. Well, this is an online course, so I think you'll probably be safe unless you're someplace you shouldn't be doing the class. But if you're at face-to-face classes, and most of y'all will, at least with a lab, there's the paragraph for it. There's the campus carry thing. Just understand the law and follow it. Lone Star College COVID information, there it is. Guidelines for children of students on college premises. Read that. Let your conscience be your guide. This is in here because of me. I let a guy bring his 3-year-old daughter to class when we were having these courses face to face because he didn't have child care at night. She was better behaved than most of the students. I even gave her special math problems to do. She thought she was a queen. But somebody got their knickers in a knot over it, so they ended up sticking this in here. FERPA is a Family Education Rights and Privacy Act. Even if you sign a FERPA form, that doesn't mean I have to talk to your mommy and daddy. It says I can, doesn't mean I have to. So, I don't care if they are paying for your schooling. Without that FERPA form, they have no right to know your business. That's between you and your parents and FERPA. Student absence on religious holidays. If there is some religious holiday, and this goes back to not doing an assignment when it's due, we pretty much covered everything we think we know about. If there is something that you just have to go do, then you email me before it's time, and we'll work something out. That's enough to be said about that. Equal opportunity statement. This is what I call the ism paragraph. You know what an ism. Ism is racism, sexism, genderism, positionalism. I don't like you-ism, I hate you-ism. An ism's nothing but an excuse for one human being to hate another one. Nothing makes me want to paint my face and go to war than another human being preying on another human being just because they got a hole in them they can't fill up. If you're being ismed, if you think you're being ismed, you're not going to be ismed in this class. But if you think you're being ismed, anytime you're at Lone Star College, I want to know about it. You send me an email and we will get to the bottom of it. I'm on countless committees, and I promise you, Lone Star won't put up with it, and neither will I. And we'll put an end to it. Lone Star College Software is committed to your success. You can read this on your own. The Academic Success Center and free tutoring. Now let me warn you about the tutoring center for this class. I've had to go in and teach the math tutors how to tutor for machine shop math. If you have a problem with this course, your tutor is me. You email me and we will, if we have to, and I have in the past, met with a student after he finished one of his machining labs and sat out there and walked through some problems, if we have to do that. All right. Academic Success Center, that's Tech 104 and Case 104. That's over at the main campus. Americans with Disabilities Act. This covers every form of disability known to mankind, I think. If you have some sort of disability that's already registered, then I should have gotten an email or a communication from Disability Services, and hadn't had a problem since 2012. And we've had every type of issue. But if suddenly you're having issues halfway through the semester or whatever, we'll contact these people. It's all private. Nobody knows you're doing it except you and them. And they're there to help you. Counseling services. We have counseling services for every kind of counseling you may want. Again, it's private. It's between you and them. And you don't need anybody's permission. Call that phone number and get online. Set up an appointment. Empowerment Center. That's the food bank, etc. Information's there. This is about the library. You should not need the library for this course, but you may for other courses. Library is a good resource. The library at Sci-Fair is a Harris County library. It does have interlibrary loan. So you have access to libraries all over the United States. You can get with the reference librarian. She's really, really good, and she can help you. In some of your academic transfer courses later on, you may have to do some research. And she's very passionate about her job. Here's all the library resources. For more information, Office of Technology Services, OTS. If you're having trouble, there's the OTS contact information. Veterans Affairs Center. If you are a vet, I'm a vet. You should already have been immersed in some of this. Virtual Learning Assistance Center. Online students or students with online course component can visit the Virtual Learning Assistance Center. If you follow my videos and do exactly what you're told, you should not have a problem. If you do, you email me first. Let's see. Cypress Center Support Services. We have a great student service desk, and we also have that the food pantry inside the Learning Commons. Again, this is a syllabus disclaimer. Your success is our primary concern. If at any point you're running up to a wall, you're running into problems, suddenly you think you're reading backwards or whatever, let's get this conversation started as soon as you think you're having issues. You start with me, we'll see if we can work it out. If not, you may need to go get tested or whatever, but that's between you and them. But these people are very dedicated and they want you to be successful. And I'll tell you a little story. I was a sophomore at A&M after I'd done my military stuff, and suddenly I was having trouble. I could read, but I just couldn't. There was some issue I was having, so I went to remedial reading and writing. There was a little red brick building. My English professor sent me over there, and I spent about twice a week for about 6 weeks over there, and got my business straight. So everybody needs help every now and again. It's Kaizen, continuous improvement. Now we're one Lone Star, student focused. We're going to own it. We advanced equity. We cultivate a community, and we choose learning. Those are our cultural values. You can read this all on your own. And that concludes this video of the walk through the syllabus. Again, we want you to succeed. Does me no good to see you fail. We're here to help you rewrite your future. All right, we're coming up on 43 minutes for this video. That's long enough. All right, we'll see you on the next video. The next video will be a walk through D2L.